So yesterday, or very early this morning, I uploaded a video asking how much time had passed between G5 and G4. But another question I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about when it comes to G5 is, will there be romance? And the reason this question is asked, probably more so than ever, is due to the fact that when you look at the animation GIF given to us, showing us what the characters will look like in motion when the movie comes out, as well as the series in 2022, the movie this fall, that is, and the series in 2022, when you take a look at the ending here and how our main protagonist character, Sunny Starscout, approaches Hitch Trailblazer, who's our first main male pony character, pony that is, not dragon, but pony, no offense when I say that, it almost gives off the vibes of something being there between them that's more than friendship. Just the way they kind of, play around with each other and all that. It just gives off that vibe. And I'm sure a lot of people may appreciate the fact that, okay, with G5, they are going to explore romance, probably more so than Friendship is Magic did. And if that is the case, that's great. But I'm also sure there's some that may not like the idea of romance being involved in an MLP show that's supposed to take place within the same continuity, but years in the future that Friendship is Magic took place in, because, they feel it might take away from what the show is about. I mean, I'm sure a lot of fans are not, happy or at the possibility or the speculation and possibility that we may have episodes focused around, the relationship, the romance of Sunny and Hitch. And look, I'm not denying that that's not a possibility, that we may see those kind of episodes materialize next year when the series officially debuts. But when when word got out, before we finally got to see who the characters will be, what the animation's going to look like and all that, when word got out that, this version of MLP was going to be aimed more at the older audience, the more diverse older audience out there, I think a lot of us should have suspected that with that, being rumored as a possibility, and especially with the way the series is being described, the movie and the series is being described in the synopsis, I think we pretty much should have came to expect that one of the things we may see become a reality or touched upon would be romance. And if what we got here between Sunny and Hitch is any indication of what may happen in the movie as well as in the series, then I'm totally fine with it. Because if Friendship is Magic can kind of tease something between characters, like, tease something between Spike and Rarity, different species, tease something, for a time between Flash and, Twilight, tease something between Soren and Rainbow Dash, you know, fully go through with Pinkie Pie and Cheese Sandwich, stuff like that, Big Mac Sugar Bell. You get the idea. If they're willing to tease stuff like that, Sambar and Yona, if they're willing to go all out by doing those kind of things, confirming and teasing and leaving it up to interpretation, even in the IDW books, if they're willing to go out, go as far as to have Celestia be in love with an alternate universe version of King Sombra, then I wouldn't put it past them to say, what, with G5, let's do it. Let's go all the way. Let's put romance in there, and possibly put a romance between two of the six of the main characters, so two of the 5 or 6 main characters we're going to focus on in the movie as well as in the series. And I think honestly, it could work. Because if you're going to develop characters like Sunny Starscout and Hitch Trailblazer, to become what they're destined to be in the series, whatever that's going to be, then part of that character development, but what I'm trying to say is, part of that character development, if you will, or development, if you will, part of that character development is to go through some kind of romance, some kind of crush, some kind of, moment where they basically admit that, that there's something between them that's more than friendship, and there's no denying it. So to me, I'm all cool. I'm good with it. I'm cool with it. it'd be like, what the IDW comics recently just did with Pinky and Cheese. Even though it wasn't flat out, mentioned or, you know, confirmed by a kiss or whatever the case may be, the story in issue 94 and 95 pretty much, solidified that, yeah, Pinky and Cheese are now more than friends. So again, if MLP with Friendship is Magic in both the animation and comic book perspectives are willing to tackle romance with some of the main characters, then I'm not going to put it past them to do the same here with the newer main characters. But the question is, will it be a romance that not only gets made official in the movie and followed through in the series, but will it be a romance that will take focus away from what the show is supposed to be? And again, like I said, I have no doubt that what some people feel is going to happen in some of the episodes, where the romance potentially between Sunny and Hitch is a focal point. I'm not going to deny that's not going to happen. Because again, if you're going to develop these characters to be what they're destined to be, and whatever that may be down the line in the series and in the movie, then yeah, romance playing a part in the character developing, is huge. It's a big, big deal. But again, might be the kind of romance that, it happens and, and occurs, that it occurs and happens in the movie, but it could be a romance that, basically is put on the back burner in the series. One good example, as I mentioned before, is All Dogs Go to Heaven. When All Dogs Go to Heaven 2 happened, pretty much at the end of it, it was confirmed that Charlie and Sasha were an item. But when we got to the series, that relationship was kind of like, up and down. It's like, it was on, it was off. It was on, it was off. So who's to say that Sunny and Hitch's relationship won't be in that on and off category? We don't know. But to me, like I said, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. And if romance is going to be one of the topics that's tackled or touched upon in G5, along with diversity, along with acceptance, and all these other situations, modern themes that may get touched upon and focused on in the series, not just the movie, but mainly the series in 2022, then I'm cool with it. I'm all for it. I think honestly, by adding romance in there, especially with the two main characters in the main group, I think helps really strengthen it, strengthen the group and the friendship between all of them even more so than ever, makes it stronger than ever. But I think it also helps the series out. I think it helps it out and, really, takes it to that next level where it needs to be. So, in my honest opinion, like I said, I have no problem with it. I really don't. I think it works. And, just the way they're portraying or giving the vibes off of what Hitch is going to be like, I think Hitch basically works perfectly, works perfectly well in that role of being someone that needs an individual, a character like Sunny, to kind of bring him down to earth. And, Sunny needs someone like him to help her kind of like realize, hey, maybe not everything that I, would want to, not everything that I'm hoping for to happen is possible without, growing and hard work and stuff like that. So, who knows? So who knows how it's going to work? But I look at Sunny and I look at Hitch and I say to myself, just by their interaction in the animation, they're going to work well off each other. I really do. I think they're going to really work well off each other, and I can't wait to see, how the relationship, the romance, if it does happen and if it, occurs in the movie and continues on in the series, I can't wait to see how they work around it, how they develop it, and how they work around it. So, anyway, though, guys, that's all I'm going to say. Sorry if I rambled and seemed to get a little unfocused. I just, talked to my sisters and, they told me some things that I don't want to talk about right now, but it just kind of distracted me a little bit. But anyway, though, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the possible, the possible inclusion of romance in the series and in the movie. Do you think it'll work? Do you think it'll help the characters grow? What do you think of the possibility that the romance will be between Hitch and Sunny? Let me know down below. Let me know in the live chat during the premiere. Comment if, give me your thoughts and theories. And I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. And I am out.